Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Sunday, Super Sunday. Glad you could all make it. Thank you very much. As you can see, I'm alone. Nobody wants to be my friend. I'm just kidding. I didn't know who would be able to come on at Sunday, so really didn't want to bug a bunch of people. Anyway, this will be short and sweet and fun and inspiring, hopefully. Um, the more, I've been talking with a lot of founders. I mean, think about it. We probably hang out with each other more than we do family in some cases, and that's a good thing because I love everybody's positive, everybody's taking care of each other. It's good to see in this world that usually if you turn on TV, it's pretty nasty, and I don't know about you, but I don't need to see that. I've seen it enough. It's every day. But anyway, yeah, what I wanted to go over today was, I was talking about potential. And I know people are really psyched about numbers and 1 and 1 is 2 and 2 and 2 is 5,000 or whatever. Okay. I understand that because numbers, we can relate to that. It doesn't matter what our background is. We know that X amount, we know that this much money is good no matter where you live. But I wanna look at it a little bit different, so that I've been in a lot of business that's all they talk about is the money, and to me, what did it matter? I've heard somebody say, "I knew exactly how we were going to get paid. I knew this, I knew that, blah, blah, blah," but they weren't in a company that has evolved into something like this. And the other point was, which I always, when somebody says that to me, I ask them a question. Okay, and all these other things that you were in, well, the shiny objects, let's say. I'm going to try to be as nice as I can. This is from experience, so I'm not just making this up. You knew all the pay plan. Yeah, I knew everything. You had the website. Yep, everything. We knew everything. Okay. All that knowledge and all that you knew, how much did you make? Right. So that's what really mattered, didn't it? I could tell you, I don't remember how many of them. They all have these little catchphrases. You got plop, plop, biz, biz, or what a relief it is. Well, a lot of these other businesses had these little catchphrases. 90 days, you'll be free. 110, you'll be with me. And 45,000 no's and yes will be for the rest of your life. I mean, just crazy Boy Scout phrases. I still hear people use them. Did it work? Obviously, people followed people from these pie in the sky. And because memory doesn't last, and this goes for me too. Look, I'm not talking for you only. I mean, I did it. Yeah, being in business back in 2004, things didn't work out. I came to the realization it was either me or the company, whatever it was. Me, the company, or the product. Me, the company, or the product, or what? Right. So that went on years. Then when it got to the point where I could drive traffic, it started narrowing in. Okay, it's the product. If it wasn't that, it was the company. And that went on and on and on, and we all did it. Anybody that went online, not Chris Johnson, No joke. He said he never did any of this MLM. Thank God. He fell into Onpassive first. But the point is, all of these things and all that people judge by, the outcome, what was the outcome? It was horrible. How do I know? Numbers don't lie. I know that 98% and 99% of the people that went into these so-called shiny objects didn't make any money. They lost money. And it's so funny that when you find somebody that did make maybe enough to pay for the monthly payment for twice, maybe 3 times if they're really, really lucky, that they don't tell you all the times they were negative. Right? We almost get to the point where we lie to ourselves. And we talked last night, and let me tell you a little different way to look at this. As time goes on, look, Onpassive, we know that you're paid on commission of products sold. Perfect way it should be in life. A product sold in your business, you make a commission. That's clean, cut, boom, bang, bop. Now, the controls we never have, even if that's the way every business did it, but they did. But we know Onpassive is, we'll make the product, it's sold in your business, you're going to make a commission. Pretty freaking simple. Now, the part that the company has control over, this is where the fun begins. The products are top-notch AI. They will be the best in the world. As you can see, some of them already are. Okay, so you have that to work with. Beautiful. You have to be embarrassed. You don't have to upsell, talk people into it. Next, not only above market value, but the price will be less than anybody else. Check. That happened. The company did that. So now all this time it's getting easier for average Joe like me or anybody else, or average Mary. Okay, there's another check. The company system and the rules of engagement are well known and built on behalf of the customer / affiliate / founder. Was built with that in mind. Never seen that before. So there's another check. Boom. You know you're going to get a commission from a product. Boom. We know the products are in high demand. Boom. We know. How do we know? Because the wonderful man that put this together with his dream team and all that, Mr. Bavara, was in this industry for 20, 25 years. Okay, we know. He went through all the same things at a much bigger scale. He saw what I hated. He saw what you hated. He was upset over what was happening. Even if you succeed, even if you get to a different scale where you can conquer their game, that ugly thing pops up, and it happened to Ash too. Can't bring anybody with him. And that drove him insane. Could he go out and make money with any one of them? Yeah, he had the skills to do it. But that's not what he wanted. It's not what I wanted. At a much smaller scale, that's not what I wanted. I wanted everybody to win. So, okay, so now everybody wins. We're in a company where the price is untouchable, second to none. Technology, second to none, state of the art, always upgrading. Transparent, nothing's hidden, no hidden cost. You get more than what you paid for. Unbelievable. And you get a commission on top of that. So now you're getting a commission. And here's what was said. You've never heard this before either. The CEO said, I'd like to pay as much as I legally can. What? Anyway. There you go. Now, where are we at? We know we have products in high demand. People are going to want it. That means commission. means what? Money. Hold on, I'm not done. So we bring out a product, high demand, time goes on, and people say, are they advertising in our behalf? No one can enter Onpassive except through a founder. There's that answer. So every time, every minute, when that guy, when that woman, and when that guy, and when that woman, and when that guy joins, since I've been on here, they are going to be placed under a founder that has started their engine, which means in order to receive commission, you need to own that product. How much cleaner can you get? All of the products in these big stores, the company buys them and then they sell them with a markup price. That's what they do. You want everything on your shelf so people go there and they don't go somewhere else. Onpassive's the same thing. Here's the difference. Most companies have one, maybe two products. So it's one aisle away. You're there to get two things, and then you go to other stores to get everything else. Okay, now let's get into the next one, which is really important. You finally got a business that's going to pay. You can and you will make money. The marketing is done for you. The branding was done for you. So now let's add up the ingredients. What is the ingredients? It's called success. Product, state of the art. Support will be state of the art. Commissions will be paid as high as he possibly can, and you'll make a commission on any product. Now, here's the cool one. We have 1, 2, 3 free ones and one paid one, and we got 4 or 5 right in a row coming out. So month 1, whatever month it is, you go out, you have someone come in, they buy the product, Connect. Soon as they buy it, you're in profit. That first commission's 100% goes back to you. Never heard of that. Here's another one. A crazy game that this Misty Mufara created where the first pitch you're going to hit a home run. It's not a walk. You're not getting a triple, a double. You're getting a home run. Just swing. All you got to do is swing the bat, which means all you got to do is buy the product. You're going to hit a home run. As soon as somebody walks in and says, I want that, boom, now you're even. Now, everything after that is starting to make profit. Now, the beauty of it is you love the product and you're using it too. I use Connect every single day. I can't think of one day that we're not on Connect, not one. And as time goes on, I'll be out of here going to Connect. But right now, I want people in the world to come to us. And it doesn't necessarily have to be me. I've said that before. So now, you get all that, you get your commission, you've got that Connect phone. Oh, wow, we're kicking. Now, what happens when a new product or 2 new products come out the next month? High demand, people really want it, people buy it. Guess what? Now you've got another stream called another stream of income. It's going to match. It's going to be the same as the one you just did. Could be a little more money, a little less money, whatever. It depends on what the cost is. So now you got 2 streams of income. This happens month after month after month after month. Now you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 streams of income. Now, while we're doing that, you have the streams of income. You got people, high demand. People really want it. And customers are coming in daily to buy what they want. Now, why? Why are we selling a widget? No, we're selling products that are already out there. What do we have to do to make it, put our stamp in, make it better than anybody else, higher technology, a much lower price, and pay people to use it? It's called a winning game. It's called success. Onpassive equals success, winning game, high technology, and life-changing potential of a life-changing income. Generational life-changing income. Now, this goes on, and you get one person, another person, somebody else joins, somebody that joined asks somebody else to join. And this just goes on organically because you're not a marketer. You never, that's why you're here. I get it. I get it. I don't want to talk as a marketer. So this goes on and on and on and on. And now what's happening is John Smith's business is growing monthly. Boom, 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 boom. And here's the beauty of it. Let's say, hypothetical, 5 months down the road, you've got 1,000 people in your business was with 1,000 payments coming to you, 1,000 commissions. You're making a little piece of the pie. The company's sharing the pie. On the 5th month, 6th month, they come out with another product that everybody has to have. Now take what you've been making monthly and add another boom to it. And that goes on and on and on. And the beauty of it is you don't have to worry about somebody coming down the road and matching one of the products that you're selling because the company wants to always be 5 years ahead. And then you say, well, I need stuff to run my business, not in Onpassive. If you need stuff to run your business, Onpassive is going to produce it and make it or manufacture it. Boom. I go to OConnect. I want better quality audio. I want better quality video. They're going to be involved in that, making that so that you can purchase it. And if you own it, guess what? You could sell it and make a commission. This goes on and on and on. So you don't need to throw out $50,000 a month, $200,000 a month. Get the ingredients. If you get the right ingredients, right? This is fact. The right ingredients for anything, right? You get the right ingredients when you're done in 35 minutes, you've got a pan of brownies. You get the right ingredients and you do it right, you've got a cake, chocolate cake. You get another one, right ingredients, you've got peach cobbler. I'm making myself hungry. I don't eat any of that stuff. I'm just saying. But you get the right ingredients Onpassive, and your life will never be the same. And every step we take, and every foundation, every brick, every rafter, every roof, every piece of metal put on this unbelievable, huge digital building or area, and what it really is, it's thousands and thousands of acres of a global business that's out there that we can't see, but picture it here. It's all done for us. The architect, the way it was built, the concept was not normal concept. It's not what people are used to. In real business, you have, we're going to make a widget. How cheap can we make it? And how much profit can we get? A little bit of fine print. If you buy 3, you get 1 free. But if you do the math, they're probably making more money on the 3 than they did 2. Because that's their goal. They want to make big, major profit for shareholders and the CEO, a few other people. That's okay. That's the name of the game. Now, imagine flipping that upside down. Onpassive has flipped it on its head. What does that mean? It means now let's, and I said this 100 times. Onpassive is not going to create wealth. You don't create. We're not a mint. We're going to. Onpassive has made a rake. It's called a money rake. Instead of the big piles of $460 trillion worldwide, probably something like that value on the planet, instead of it going to the top 2, 3, 4%, how about we rake some of that down to the 98%? And all of us get a really nice pile. Now, let's think about what happens when that happens. I could give a big rake of success over to Mr. Conglomerate He's going to buy himself a car. He's going to get another house. He's going to do whatever. But it pretty much will stay in his little, little, terrarium. What happens when you enable people and give good-hearted people, big-hearted people, people that are their brother's keeper, the opportunity to eliminate debt, be able to buy things when they need to, not have to worry about monthly bills, and then give them extra. What are they going to do? You know what they're going to do. They're going to bless other people as much as they can. So picture, this was said the other night, I think I don't know if it was Raphael or somebody from a different country, and they said, can you imagine, I know if it was Dr. Derek, imagine having 10,000 people in some of these other countries that are treated unfairly, where the rich are super rich and everybody else is poor, not even the middle class. But you take 10,000 of those people and you make them have choices they've never had before. Where do they wind up? Where do people wind up with a better education, more choices, a better life, happier? Some of them wind up in government. Some of them wind up changing the very laws that hurt their country to begin with. Some of them wind up in education. Some of them, because you pulled them or you lifted them above yourself, they don't forget it and they're doing the same thing. Because I want to tell you, it's very contagious. Chris Johnson, keep praying for him too. He's doing better. He's too honored to anything to happen, but he went out on his own, not by the company, by the way, and helped this gentleman in Africa school. They had like 400 kids. So he multiplied his effort. He looked at it like, it's nice to help one person, but here I'm helping hundreds. Do you think, it's common sense, thank you, Ava. Yeah, it was Dr. Derek. Do you think those kids will grow up and remember the impact that Mr. Johnson had on them when they got the soccer ball, and they got the new building, and they got the new roof, and do you think that some of them, through that blessing and their life changing that dramatic, that given the opportunity, would they do the same? Yes. I'm not even going to wait for you to answer. Yes. So instead of you looking at all these people that are running things, and status quo will change. Onpassive will change status quo. And people say, Marty, you're a freaking maniac. Yep, I am. Marty, you're full of crap. Bite me. You'll see. You give choice, and if you want to call choice money, I don't like the word, but you give people choice where they can be involved, and the education to everyone. Somebody's not walking 5 miles or 10 miles to the only doctor who might not be there when you get there, to an education on demand, to bringing in clinics close to you and your village, and then you help someone and they find out who did this, why did they do it, what is Onpassive. They'll never, ever forget. They'll never, ever forget. And that's contagious. That's contagious. Because if you give and you take care of people, that's what people will remember. I've read stories where somebody was down and out. I believe Bill Gates one time didn't have the money for a newspaper or some crazy thing. I don't remember who it was. And he went to a newspaper guy who's struggling. And the guy said, yeah, I just don't have the money right. Just take one. He never forgot it. Went back to that guy years later and took care of him. People remember that. A lot of people had bad things. We all did. But here's the pros and the cons of Onpassive. I've got tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of new friends all over the place. India, Bangladesh, Germany, just everywhere. All these friends, all these people, men, women. It's so much fun. We have so much fun. The sad part of that is the more you know, the more bad things you hear. Sad things. But life goes on. We do the best we can. But I want to tell everybody watching this, and I hope I can summarize this because I lose I get crazy and problem focusing on what I want, but I want it so much at one time. That's why. Um, you're in a position, you're in a company that is contagious, and it's positivity. It's contagious. Giving is contagious. Blessing somebody else is contagious. I love leveraging. I love compounding. In everything I do, I love compounding. I love leveraging. Let me give you an example. And so does everybody else. I'm not going to talk for you, but I'm going to give you an example why I know you do. If you could give love, you would love it to magnify. If you throw a rock when you're looking by a lake, and you throw a rock and you want it to skip across the water, you want to do as many times as you can from one throw. Oh, look, it went 5 times. Well, that time it went 6. That's what we all want. My brother Chris Johnson's here. I'm going to get off here and beat him at pool because he could be sick, but I have no problems beating him at pool. But I do miss him. But anyway, the point is, we want to leverage what we're doing. Ash has given us, you know when you were a little girl and a little boy, I wanted to be Superman and you wanted to be Wonder Woman. As crazy as this sounds, now you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Ash made you a hero's uniform. You got the cape, you got the uniform, and you can fly. And you can spread this good thing to more and more people. People ask me, oh, what about that? Look, I'm going to do better than I could ever imagine in my life. But I knew that even before we morphed into this crazy conglomerate of hope and dreams come true, way before that. I want nothing more than all of us to go together. I want rotating people coming to my home, rotating people that we meet on a cruise, rotating people. But I also want all of us to be Johnny Appleseed. When you fill up your pocket, you got the car you want, you're out of debt. We all go out there, we plant seeds of hope and dream, give water to the thirsty, shoes to the shoeless, housing for the homeless. And let's spread as much cheer and goodness and hope. There's enough nasty out there. And that's what I love about Onpassive. It's not, do I love the quality? Yes. Do I love AI? Absolutely. I work with it all day long. I work on videos or something to do with AI or whatever I can learn 6 hours a day, just that, not counting anything else. But I'm really happy for all of you. I'm really happy that just dare to dream. Just dare to go out. That fence that you put around yourself or society did or your life did, it happened to me too, knock it down. And Onpassive, there is no fence. And people say, well, my family thinks, I don't care what my family thinks. They're going to change your tune very, very quick. And they don't know. Does it matter what they think? They don't know. Does it matter what some clown or some idiot thinks about? They don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 years that man and woman's been on the planet, you always had that one caveman that was a troublemaker and he's negative. Look at those idiots over there trying to make fire. What a bunch of morons. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Don't change them. Get prepared. Build your bag. get your good sneakers on, a smile, put your cape on, and become Johnny or Mary Appleseed and plant goodness all over the planet. Bring education to these kids that would have never got it. I don't know why the inner city and there's so much murder and killing and all that. Do you know why? They got a bum end of the deal. You can't sit back eating steak and making fun of somebody that's digging in a trash can. Why are they doing it? There's a reason. A lot of it stems back to your belief, but a lot of it stems back to a product of your environment. It's not that little girl, little boy's fault that they were born in a country where life sucks. But I think Onpassive will flip all that upside down. And I said it, I'll say it again. Before you go to Google and you Google something, search engine, remember it's just a search engine. It's not a truth engine. And the other thing I want to tell you, if it feels good and you know what's right, do it. If you're with somebody or around somebody, they don't make you feel like you're doing Onpassive, walk away. Just walk away. And all the seeds that you planted and said, oh, they told me this, they told me that, they're coming back. The day will come, you look back around in that big open field where you planted all those seeds and there's nothing. You look back and there'll be a forest there. There'll be a forest. You'll say, well, where'd that come from? That came from your efforts, and move on. Do what you do and move on. And then every once in a while, to charge ourselves back up, we'll get in an O Connect and play trivia, or we go to meet people around the world, then go back out and do what we're meant to do, is share Onpassive and bless as many people as we can. Anyway, so much for my fast live. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. I hope I make sense to you, but look, let's just try to focus on what we have. Stop focusing on what you don't know. We don't need to know. Oh my God, how am I going to build that third edition? What do you care? You're not the one doing it. Trust the man that's doing it. Trust the people he surrounds himself with. That's all he asks us to do. So I believe Chris Johnson said he'll be back tomorrow, and we'll tear it up. I'll have to get him back into shape because you know how he is. I want to say hi to everybody. I see, wow, got a pretty good crew here on a Sunday. Over 300, cool. But like I said, remember, today at 2 o'clock, if you still have questions about Onpassive, my opinion, one of the best places to go is Heroes at 2 o'clock. Look in the back office. You have all the tech pros there. You got Comfort there. You got Gladys is there. Gifty's there. Frank's there. I mean, your extended family's there. And they'll tell you the truth. If they don't know, they'll tell you they don't know. Andy Burke's there. Robin's been going there. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Why? Because it's good to know to tell the truth. You remember what Ash really emphasized? Just say what I'm saying. You don't need to hype Onpassive. When I talk about Onpassive outside of Onpassive to other people, I tap it down. Because if I told them everything I believe and what I know, they'd never get in. It's like, this guy's a crazy man. That's how you should all be. You should actually go, you don't need to hype it. You tell the truth and people think you're crazy. Anyway, I'm going to go. I want to thank everybody for being here. And I had a good time. Marty, how is Chris feeling? He's here right now, Greg. He must be doing okay. He's here. Anyway, I'll see you all and have a Great Sunday. Tonight, Omino's doing trivia at 9:30. We don't need any more women. Love you, women, but we don't need you. I'm just kidding. Anybody that wants to come can come. It's a lot of fun. And I'll see you all later. Have a great day. And remember, embrace what we have. And whatever you can do, share it with anybody that wants. Because you're not sharing a product, you're sharing a platform of hope and dreams. Really. Okay. See y'all. Bye.